So here's the deal, everybody. A lot of you know I changed my stock shocks to some lower shocks here recent. Instead of using those links for the Kawasaki Voyager, I probably got an inch of change out of the lowering. That is actually the stock that I was, the aftermarket shock I was using on the bike. Pretty happy with them, but made an offer on eBay for some other shocks. These are the Progressive 430s. For the Voyager. They're 13 inches. I thought I'd give them a shot. Actually, the guy, I made an offer and me and him weren't too far off, and we went ahead and did a deal. One thing I did notice the difference with these shocks and the actual factory shocks is factory shocks have got a bearing for the top end. These have got a rubber bushing. I hope that doesn't make a difference. I guess Progressive knew what they were doing when they built them. But we're going to give these a shot. They look really awesome. But, you know, nobody's really going to see it because there's going to be a bag showing, covering it up. So far, here's what has happened. I had another video, but you know what? I'm not good at editing. Excuse all the rust on my jack. I've actually got another jack, one of the Harbor Freight big jacks. But I don't really use it that much. So here's the deal. These are the bolts that I've got out so far. There's 3 bolts that went in the saddlebag. 1, 2, 3. 3 for the saddlebag. Then we've got all these came out of the chrome, and those 2 came out of the chrome also. So all those bolts came out of the chrome. So as you can tell, I didn't take the chrome all the way off, but I did take the bolts out, and 2 bolts up here in the trunk also. So this whole piece from there all the way to the end and up top, so you can move it a little bit. I use a 17mm socket for the bottom down here, and I get a box end wrench, and basically what I do is just pull this out just a little. Don't crack it, and you're just aiming for the bolt right there where my finger is. If you could see my finger. Where's my finger? My finger's somewhere. Where's my finger? Anyway, the bolt there, and loosen it up. And I usually do that before I really jack it up much. Both sides. 17mm bolt. 17mm wrench is what you're going to need. As you can tell, I got a front, the jack up under the motor, a real motorcycle jack. On the rear end, I use a car jack. And I put it right up under that rear tire. So got it high enough. Once I get it where I want it, the jack, I'm going to lift up the rear tire, and then it's going to be really easy to pull that shock off. If you did it without lifting the rear tire, you'd be in trouble, because I don't know how you'd do it. So that's where we are. We're going to finish taking off these nuts, pull this off, put the new one on both sides, and we should be done. One other thing I did do, I don't know if this would ever save me or not, but this is a little homemade front wheel chalk that I had that I didn't use in a trailer. I actually had 2 of them, and this was the other one. So I kind of put it on some 2x4s, 4x5x, whatever those are, 4x2s, whatever they are. And that way, if it ever started to fall, it might save it, and it might not. But that's where we're at. I'll probably do one more video at the end, just of it all finished up. But it's not a hard job at all. Thanks.